All right, we're ready for D. I realized last time was C and I never changed the letter, but I suspect you all figured that out for yourself. Now for part D, y equals 3x squared plus 2 over 2x minus 1. If you're playing along at home, you probably quickly realize this is a quotient rule. Again, you can't just write the derivatives. So it'd be real tempting to write something like 6x divided by 2, but that's breaking all the rules, okay? Every time we have division or multiplication, the only option is to use the quotient rule. So we go look at our quotient rule formula and remember what there is. When you have a fraction, we've got the derivative of the first times the second, derivative of the top times the bottom, minus the top times the derivative of the bottom over the bottom squared. You have to kind of remember the order because there's a subtraction. So if you get them in the wrong order, you get negative the answer that you would have gotten. I always remember because the bottom is like a negative power. So when you take the derivative of a negative power, you get a negative sign. So this negative sign is attached to the derivative of the bottom. And a negative 1 power turns into a negative 2 power. So that's why the bottom gets squared, just like that. Okay, so we've got our quotient rule. So all we really have to do is define the top and the bottom. And so I'm just going to write them out from my formula like I had a second ago. And so I'll write f of x equals 3x squared. And g of x equals 2x minus 1 up plus 2. And then my derivative is 6x. And my derivative here is 2x. And so now I just put them all in my formula. I put my f and my g in the appropriate places, and then I'll get the correct answer. So y prime is the derivative of the top, 6x times the bottom, 2x minus 1. So the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top, which is 3x squared plus 2 times the derivative of the bottom, which is 2x. All divided by the bottom, 2x minus 1 squared. You should probably be writing parentheses here, because if you're not writing parentheses down, you really are opening yourself up to make some mistakes when you start simplifying later. Because notice this 3x is multiplied by both the 2x and the 1. If you leave your parentheses off, you're liable to forget that you're distributing here.